Welcome back. Glad to see you here today. This is Nate. Today I'm doing the same thing, another video like I did with Lancaster County. I am doing Kershaw County now. So we're going to be going through the whole county and see what we can find historic. Some of the places I've been to. So just come along with me on this journey today. And the first stop I stopped at is here in Liberty Hill, South Carolina. And this was a convenient old country store. And it was built in 1813. They really don't have a plaque or anything I can see. This big rock right here though. But sorry, that had something in my shoe. There's a plaque across the street over here. We can go on the road. We can see what this plaque. We can go over here and see. There's wait for the traffic though. This is Pease Ferry. A ferry was operated on the Wateree River at a point about 4 miles west as early as 1775, and in 1808 ferry rights were granted to Thomas Stark Jr. and Austin Ford P.E. 1841, planters with property in Fairfield and Kershaw District, P received ferry rights for another 7 years. In 1825, P served as South Carolina House between 1812 and 1831, and in the South Carolina Senate between 1832 and 1839. I'll be honest with you, I want to move on to my next stop, but I can't. You can look right there. There was something right here at one time. There's bricks right there. There was some kind of building right here. But on to my next stop. And this is my second stop, or whatever you want to call it. Third stop, second stop, on the Kershaw County history. This is Liberty Hill Presbyterian Church. And in the mid-19th century, some members from Beaver Creek Presbyterian Church joined with another group of Presbyterians who began a meeting in a nearby schoolhouse to establish their own Presbyterian church. As a result, in 1851, a group of 10 men and 16 women founded the Liberty Hill Presbyterian Church. This is a beautiful church. I would love to go inside of it one Sunday, or one time. But that's the cemetery. I have already done a cemetery walkthrough. So go find in my cemeteries, Beaver Creek Liberty Hill Presbyterian Church. And this is another spot that we made a small commute to here in Kershaw County, is the Kershaw Battle of Camden, which took place on August the 16th, 1780. And I have already done videos where I walked around the Battle of Camden, and I also done a video where they buried 14 soldiers. So go check those videos out. It's the Battle of Camden, and then the Battle of Camden, burying soldiers burial. So this battle was fought by Lord Cornwallis, Major Baron de Cab. He was mortally wounded in this battle. And also, there is, that's where they had the stage set up for when they did the burying the soldiers. But, like I said, go check those videos out. And this is some of the other, sun's really bright up here. They got a memorial right here for Baron de Cab. This is his memorial. He was mortally wounded on this spot. And this is another spot we came to here in Camden, South Carolina. It's Hobbs Kurt's Hill. This is a battle. This is a Revolutionary War battle. And they have a plaque over here. I'll go over here and read this plaque in a minute. But it's a beautiful neighborhood. A beautiful neighborhood. Oh, it feels good out here today. I mean, really good. I think it's like 70 degrees, but it's going to end up getting hot. But this is some of the historic district, you know, up here at the battlefield. And this is the plaque. Struggle for the hill. After Lord Rawdon reinforced his flanks, American British soldiers exchanged musket value. For several minutes, they battered British units of Rawdon's left soon began to fall back. I'll just let you read the rest of it. And this is historic too. This is the Camden Catholic Church. I love the stained glass windows. It kind of looks like a church from overseas. You know, it makes you look like, think of one that's overseas. But it's not, this is not on the National Registry of Historic Places, but I thought I would add it to my video. It's a pretty cool looking church. I don't agree with everything that the Catholic believes in, so this is my opinion. Oh, that's a pretty cool stained glass window. It's got it's a ram. I think that's a ram. Okay, this is another spot on the Camden history. It's the Camden Archives Museum. And I had done a video on the museum here. So go check that video out. It's actually called the Camden Archives Museum. I enjoyed coming here. It had a lot of history about the Revolutionary War. It had a bunch of memorabilia of famous people here in Camden. The baseball player, you can go in there, and I'm telling you right now, they got so many books. They had so many books in there on Camden history. It's also kind of like a library. You can go in there and check books out and do research. And this is another stop on the Kershaw County history tour. Now, this is Bethesda Presbyterian Church. And in April, they buried 14 soldiers. Well, it was actually 13. They gave one of them was a Native American, and they gave the Native American back to Native Americans. But they had 14 caskets on that porch right there. And I've done a video, and that video is really doing good for me. It's the Battle of Camden, where they buried the 14 soldiers. See, that's the porch. But go check that video out. And this was something I did not know it was here. It was right behind the church here, Bethesda Presbyterian. It's a little church building. And they had air conditioning in there and everything. I sure didn't know this was here. And this is, I'm the Alpha and Omega, the beginning and the end. I will give unto him that is Arthas, the fountain of the waters, life freely. Revelations 21:6. It's a small chapel. I did not know this was back here. Hey, this is cool right here. And we're right here in downtown Camden. This is the county seat of Kershaw County. And this town is the oldest in the state. Inland town. It's the oldest inland town. And this bell tower was part of the British, when the British owned Camden. Because if you go down to the historic Camden, it shows a picture, and there is the bell tower. This hole used to be a fort. This was named Fort Camden at one time, instead of, and they just dropped a fort from it. So like I said, it was established. Camden has been here since the 1700s. Right before what was during the Revolutionary War. And this is the Robert Mills Courthouse, established in 1816. And I've done a video of a open house, historic Camden, and I went through Camden looking at all the memorials and the monuments. So go check that video out. But this was and this spot we're sitting on right here used to be, this spot right in here used to be the old county jail. It burned. Sherman's army burned it. And this is another spot we made a small commute to. Is historic Camden, here in Camden, South Carolina. It's kind of like a museum. We done been through the house. They have, I gotta pull up, somebody's behind me. They have the Kershaw house up here. It's on top of the hill. They have gift shops and little houses you can go into. We done been in a couple of them, and I'll tell you the funny story. I went in one, and I actually set the alarm off. That one right there, that big one. She said we can go in all of them, so I went in that big one right there. I wasn't supposed to. And the Kershaw house is up there on top of the hill. It's back up that way. But here they have a live blacksmith pot. They do pottery. They do it once a month. They do it here once a month, where they come in here and watch them with the blacksmith, and they're actually building something down there. I don't know what that is. I go there and ask them. But that's some of the little, that's where they do the pottery at. And I've got a couple of videos of go check those videos out. Camden, historic Camden, and the Battle of Camden, when they buried the 14 soldiers. This is where they started. This is where they started the ceremony at. I'm pulling around here where the museum is. And this is actually the museum. Right here. The market building, the public house, the Liberty Hall, all this in here. And we came over to another little spot that it's Quaker Cemetery here in Camden, South Carolina. And this part up here is called Old Presbyterian Burial Grounds. And I've done a 4-part series of videos where I went through the cemetery. I'm gonna show you, I'm gonna ride down here at the cemetery and I'll show it to you. It's and the reason I had to do 4 parts is this thing is humongous. This thing is huge. I like these iron gates right here. I like the bricks and all that. But I'm riding up here now to, and this is the caretaker. This is the caretaker's house. I'm pulling in now. And like I said, I've done a 4-part video of this cemetery. So go check that video out, or all 4 of them. And there's some pretty famous people buried in here. Agnes, Glasgow. They have a bunch of military, a bunch of revolutionary cemeteries, you know, graves. I really, you know, be honest with you, I really enjoyed walking through here and just looking at the history and, you know, reading up on the history of the cemetery. And they have a place right here. It's called Little Arlington. I have to come back up here. This is where most of your military, all your soldiers are buried, in this spot right here, in that one spot right there. Like I said, this thing is huge. They also have Jews that was buried here. I had a brochure of people that was buried out here, and they said it was a bunch of Jews that was buried out here. And this is the spot I said there was a Little Arlington. This is where most of your military from the Revolutionary War is buried. Richard Kirkland, Colonel John Vilgude. But in the description of these videos, I'm going to leave every video that I've done in Kershaw County, or series of videos. So look for in the description for those videos. And this is the last and final stop on the the Kershaw County history tour. This is the Kershaw County train depot, built in 1937, and serves as Amtrak trains. I got a plaque over here too I can go read. I'll go read it right quick.
Okay.
And this is the building. I like the way they build it. This is the plaque right here. It's Camden Seaboard Airline Railway Depot. Camden received her first rail depot connection to the largest northern commercial cities in 1900, when Seaboard Airlines Railway completed its line from Richmond, Virginia to Tampa, Florida. This rail line was a huge impact in the Camden area, and it brought new civic, economic, and tourism development to Camden. It was built in 1937 and was added to the National Register of Historic Places in 1990. But I hope you've enjoyed me, or I hope you've enjoyed coming along with me on this Kershaw County tour. Like I said, if the videos that I have done here, I'm going to link in the descriptions, like the Battle of Camden, the burying of the soldiers. I'm going to link all those videos in the description. So go check those videos out, just like this one. So that's going to do it with this one. Be safe. God bless. We'll catch you on the next one. And remember to love God, love others, and reach the world.